Logitech G915. This low-profile wireless wonder costs a kidney at $249, but delivers buttery smooth typing and those fancy low-profile switches that make you feel like you are typing on the future. The build quality screams premium with a brushed aluminum top and that legendary volume scroller that feels smoother than a jazz saxophone solo, though your wallet will weep for weeks. Sure, it is pricier than most people's monthly coffee budget, but the Lightspeed Wireless is so fast you will forget cables ever existed, even if you cannot connect it to your expensive PowerPlay mouse mat like some kind of cruel joke. 6 out of 10. Ducky One 2 TKL. This compact warrior delivers rock-solid Cherry MX switches in a no-nonsense package that takes up half the desk space of its full-sized cousins. The double-shot PBT keycaps feel premium, and the build quality is tougher than a $2 steak, though programming macros requires memorizing more key combinations than a Street Fighter finishing move. At around $99 to $130, it is the sensible choice for gamers who want quality without selling their gaming chair to afford a keyboard. 8 out of 10. Keychron Q3 Max. This gasket-mounted beauty sounds like typing on clouds thanks to pre-lubed switches and foam dampening that creates what enthusiasts lovingly call a creamy sound profile. The Jupiter Brown switches provide that perfect tactile bump while staying quiet enough for office use, and the endless customization options mean you can mod it until your heart is content. It strikes that sweet spot between premium features and reasonable pricing, making it the Goldilocks of gaming keyboards that is just right for both productivity warriors and gaming legends. 9 out of 10. Ajazz AK820. This 75% budget beast packs a volume knob smoother than your pickup lines and gasket mounting that makes every keystroke feel like typing on clouds. The $68 price tag might fool you into thinking it is cheap junk, but those hot swappable switches and that tiny TFT screen will have you wondering why you ever spent more. The only thing better than the sound dampening is the price dampening on your wallet. 7 out of 10. Wooting 60HE Plus. The 60% darling of professional gamers everywhere, this Hall effect monster responds faster than your last relationship ended and lets you adjust actuation points down to ridiculous precision. At $174, it costs more than your grocery budget. But when you can configure every key to trigger at exactly 0.4 millimeters, suddenly your clutch plays feel less like accidents. The only downside is explaining to your friends why you paid premium prices for missing half your keys. 9 out of 10. Ducky One 3 Mini. This compact powerhouse delivers factory-lubed stabilizers and PBT keycaps that feel premium enough to justify the learning curve of remembering where they hid the function keys. The hot swappable PCB and sound-dampening foam make it punch above its weight class, though you will spend the first week accidentally hitting function instead of arrow keys. It is the keyboard equivalent of a sports car, beautiful and capable, but not exactly practical for your daily commute. 8 out of 10. Razer Black Widow V4. This RGB light show masquerading as a keyboard will blind your enemies before you even start typing, featuring enough underglow to illuminate a small warehouse, and dedicated macro keys for when you need to program your way to victory. The pre-lubed stabilizers and sound-dampening foam make this surprisingly quiet for something that looks like it belongs in a nightclub, though the ABS keycaps might start showing wear faster than your kill-death ratio improves. At this price point, you're paying premium for premium features, but those magnetic switches and 8,000 Hz polling rate actually deliver the goods when it matters most. 7 out of 10. SteelSeries Apex Pro Gen 3. The magnetic switches in this beast let you adjust actuation distance per key, like you're tuning a race car, which means you can have hair-trigger WASD keys for gaming and normal keys for typing without accidentally launching grenades while writing emails. The OLED screen in the corner displays system info and looks cool, but let's be honest, you'll mostly use it to show off your frames per second to anyone within squinting distance. At $270, this keyboard costs more than most people's entire gaming setup, but the rapid trigger feature and build quality justify the price if you're serious about competitive gaming. 8 out of 10. Logitech P1 He. This 75% board proves that you don't need to sacrifice half your desk space to get premium Hall effect switches, delivering adjustable actuation and rapid trigger features in a compact aluminum body that weighs enough to double as a self-defense weapon. The gasket-mounted design and PBT keycaps create a typing experience so smooth and creamy that you might actually enjoy answering emails, while the 2-week Bluetooth battery life means you'll forget it even needs charging. For the price point, this little powerhouse punches way above its weight class and makes expensive full-size boards look downright silly. 8 out of 10. Razer Huntsman V3 Pro. This keyboard thinks it's a NASA control panel with its adjustable actuation points and rapid trigger technology that can make your enemies cry. The analog switches are so sensitive they register movement like a jealous ex tracking your every keystroke, which actually gives you superhuman speed in shooters. Sure, it costs more than your monthly grocery budget and sounds like a typewriter in a thunderstorm, but your kill-death ratio will thank you. 7 out of 10. Keychron V5 Max. This wireless wonder delivers premium typing feels without requiring you to sell a kidney, thanks to its gasket-mounted design that makes every keystroke feel like typing on a cloud. The Gateron Jupiter switches are smooth as butter and quiet enough that your coworkers won't plot your demise during video calls. Battery life is so good you'll forget it even needs charging. Plus, it connects to 3 devices simultaneously, because apparently we all live in tech polygamy now. 8 out of 10. Drop L 60%. This aluminum brick disguised as a keyboard costs enough to make your wallet weep, but delivers build quality that could survive a nuclear apocalypse. The 65% layout saves desk space, while the hot swappable switches let you customize it until your heart's content or your patience runs out. It's marketed for productivity, but honestly just makes you feel like a typing god, even if you're just writing angry emails about printer toner. 6 out of 10. Keychron V3 Max. The V3 Max hits that sweet spot where you get premium typing feels without selling a kidney, delivering buttery smooth Gateron red switches and gorgeous PBT keycaps that make every keystroke sound like expensive ASMR. Its gasket mount design and 4,000 mAh battery means you can type your way through War and Peace twice over without plugging in, though the awkwardly placed volume knob might have you reaching like you are playing Twister. At $99, this TKL beauty proves you do not need to break the bank for enthusiast-grade typing bliss. 7 out of 10. Keychron K2 This 75% Hall effect keyboard brings magnetic switches to the masses without looking like it belongs in a spaceship, sporting beautiful rosewood edges that scream mid-century modern instead of RGB gamer dungeon. The adjustable actuation points and rapid trigger features work flawlessly for competitive gaming, while the phenomenal wireless connectivity lets you seamlessly hop between devices like a productivity ninja. At $140, it is pricier than regular mechanical boards, but delivers that premium Hall effect performance with enough style to make your desk look like a design magazine. 8 out of 10. SteelSeries Apex Pro Mini Wireless. This 60% powerhouse packs SteelSeries OmniPoint switches that let you adjust actuation from 0.2 to 3.8 millimeters, basically letting you fine-tune your keyboard like a race car suspension. The wireless performance is rock solid, and the typing experience is surprisingly good for such a compact board, though you will spend the first week accidentally hitting function keys while hunting for your missing arrow keys. At $240, this thing costs more than some people spend on groceries, making it a tough sell when equally capable alternatives exist for half the price. 5 out of 10. NuFi Field 75He. Here's the gaming keyboard that acts like a Formula One car. Snap fast with magnetic Hall effect switches and a blistering 8,000 Hz polling rate that makes latency run for cover. You get buttons galore, custom dials, and software that feels like it's auditioning for Silicon Valley. But sadly, wired only means you're going nowhere fast if you love going mobile. Its futuristic vibes and customization win points, but the high price and limited hot swap options keep it from total keyboard domination. A joy for competitive gamers who want their gear faster than their reflexes, but value hunters should shop around. 7 out of 10. Asus ROG Strix Scope 296 Wireless. This is the keyboard you bring to a LAN party just to flex. It's silent, solid, and connects to pretty much anything except, probably, your toaster. The compact 96% layout will save you desk space but might cramp your style, literally, so be prepared for some finger gymnastics while adjusting. The battery life is great, the build is beefy, and the switches are so smooth you'll want to type a novel. But the RGB lighting is dimmer than your gaming tunnel vision after an all-nighter. Great for wireless warriors who want reliability and customization galore, as long as you can stomach the price tag and key squeeze. 8 out of 10. Keychron Q10 Pro. This full metal warrior is the keyboard equivalent of a premium steak dinner. Robust, rich, and satisfyingly clicky, with a bouncy gasket mount and wireless options that let you multitask harder than your average gamer dad. Customize every switch to your heart's content. Swap between 3 devices like a tech magician, and enjoy an OLED display that is probably more advanced than your actual monitor. It's pricey, but the build quality and typing comfort make you forget your wallet's suffering, and hot swappable switches mean your customization game is strong. A dream for gamers who want the best and are willing to pay for it. Few flaws here besides the premium price. 9 out of 10. NuFi Air 60He. Meet the skinny legend in gaming keyboards that feels like typing on cloud fluff but wields lightning-fast magnetic switches for those turbocharged esports moments. It's smoother than a jazz concert and friendlier for your fingers than your grandma's knitting pillow. But beware, its compact layout ditches those precious arrow keys when you need to flee mid-battle. The clicks are soothing, the actuation is razor-sharp, but get ready to practice your shortcut game if you want your arrows back. 8 out of 10. Wooting 2. Wooting 2. He brings analog wizardry to every key, so you can sneak, sprint, or shimmy in-game like you've borrowed a joystick's soul. Customizable actuation is off the charts cool, and latency is crazy low. But the plasticky keycaps and occasional game compatibility quirks drain some of its superhero status. If you are a competitive gamer with a taste for tweaking, this is a keyboard to flex with, but casuals might just scratch their heads. 7 out of 10. HyperX Alloy Origin 60. This petite tank has a full aluminum body that is sturdier than your little cousin's Lego fort, and smacks out responsive clicks thanks to its speedy red switches. Desk space? No problem. The compact layout gives your mouse a mansion to roam, but learning to live without dedicated arrow keys and function buttons might tickle your brain cells in weird ways. Packed with sweet PBT keycaps and dazzling RGB, it punches above its price but loses points for stubborn layout choices. 7 out of 10. Corsair K65 RGB Mini. This 60% pocket rocket wants to be a premium gaming board but sounds like it is hitting a tin can when you type. The 8,000 Hz polling rate is impressive on paper, but you will mostly notice the ping from common keys rather than the lightning-fast response times. At $110, it costs more than keyboards that sound 3 times better, making it a case of style over substance. 5 out of 10. Epimaker TH80 Pro. This 75% beauty delivers the holy grail of budget keyboards with hot swappable switches, wireless connectivity, and a satisfying thocky sound that punches way above its $99 price tag. The 4,000 mAh battery lasts forever, the rotary knob feels like you are a DJ adjusting the volume, and the tactile switches make every keystroke feel premium. Sure, it takes a moment to wake up from sleep mode, but when keyboards this good cost less than a fancy dinner, who cares about a few seconds of lag? 8 out of 10. Alla F75. This wireless wonder proves that you do not need to spend big money to get big thrills, delivering gasket mount performance and a thocky sound signature that makes you forget you only paid $50. The tri-mode connectivity works flawlessly, the foam dampening is on point, and the whole package feels more premium than keyboards costing twice as much. The only downside is that disassembly is trickier than expected, but honestly at this price point you might just buy 2 instead of modding 1. 9 out of 10. Razer Huntsman V3 Mini. This optical switch wizard barely needs you to breathe on it before registering a key press, thanks to those adjustable actuation points that make every input feel like it travels at light speed. The 60% layout saves desk space while the analog switches let you control movement like a real human instead of a binary robot, though your wallet might need therapy after the $180 price tag. Sure, it sounds like a mechanical maraca when you type, but when you are dominating lobbies with snap tap mode, nobody cares about the rattle. 7 out of 10. Glorious GMMK Pro 60%. This aluminum tank feels like it could survive a meteor strike while still looking sleek enough to grace your battle station, complete with a rotary knob that makes volume adjustments feel luxurious. The hot swappable switches mean you can customize this thing until your heart is content, but the stabilizers sound like angry cicadas having an argument. For $170, you get premium build quality wrapped in controversy, because apparently even keyboard enthusiasts love drama. 5 out of 10. Keychron Q11. This split keyboard wants to save your shoulders from computer hunch while looking like it belongs in a sci-fi movie, with each half connected by a short USB cable that screams premium engineering. The double-shot PBT keycaps feel fantastic under your fingers, and the rotary knobs on each side make you feel like a spaceship pilot. But at $205, it costs more than some gaming laptops. The lack of built-in tenting and separately sold wrist rest feels like nickel and diming when you are already paying flagship phone money for a keyboard. 6 out of 10. Keychron Q4. This little keyboard looks so clean, it might just outshine your monitor. But the compact design means your number pad dreams are toast. Typing feels like juicy grapes. Smooth, satisfying, and way more tactile than your old clunky board. But when it comes to gaming, the switches are good but not legendary, so don't expect it to level up your kill streak on its own. Great build, cool style, and decent gaming cred make this a solid choice for typing warriors and casual gamers. Just don't bring it to a pro tournament unless you like excuses. 6 out of 10.